أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ورتل القرآن ترتيلا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Waalaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, welcome to new lesson, and this is regarding Sujood-ut-Tilawah, prostrations of recitations. You may remember in the previous lessons we discussed and learned something about the responses of the believers on reading or on reciting or listening to certain verses of the Holy Quran. Now, Sujood-ut-Tilawah, or the prostrations of recitations, are very much related to the same, because this is basically following the commandments of Allah the Exalted. As we discussed last time, that there are two distinct or broad categories of Allah's instructions and commandments: direct and indirect. Okay, for example, if aqimis salah, establish the prayer. Now this is a direct commandment, but وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ is an indirect commandment. Though this is the attributes of the believers, but we may infer the instructions and the guideline that we want to be one of them who have been praised by Allah the Exalted in the Holy Quran. Many attributes. وَعِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ الَّذِينَ يَمْشُونَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ هَوْنًا. So many in different places. So there are two broad categories of commandments of the Holy Quran, commandments of Allah the Exalted, direct and indirect. Now, guidance from the Holy Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إنما يؤمن بآياتنا الذين إذا ذكروا بها خروا سجدا. And here the attributes of the believers have been mentioned, that those who, when they are reminded the signs and the verses of the Holy Quran, verses of their Lord, then they prostrate, then they bow down and they prostrate. إِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُ الرَّحْمَنِ خَرُّوا سُجَّدًا وَبُكِيًّا. Another place of praising the true believers, that whenever the verses and the signs of the gracious Lord is recited unto them, they prostrate and they weep. Now, there are certain verses and places of prostrations of tilawat according to the sunnah of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And these are the 15 places, 6,348 verses together, okay, from Surah Al-Fatiha and to Surah Al-Nas. But there are 15 places in the Holy Quran where we, according to following the Sunnah of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and his companions, Ridwanullah alayhim, we also prostrate. But this prostrations is not only the physical. Basically, the main target is to prostrate the soul, heart and soul with body, okay? Because this is the real spirit of following the commandment of Allah the Exalted in the Holy Quran. So the first Sajda of Tilawat, prostration of recitation, and this is in Surah Al-A'raf, chapter 7 and the last verse, 207. This is a verse. First give me the translation, Isa, and then I will ask someone to recite.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Truly, those who are near to thy Lord turn not away with pride from his worship, but they glorify him and prostrate themselves before him.
Okay. Now, and attributes have been mentioned about the angels, that those who are near to thy Lord turn not away with pride from his worship, and including the believers, but they glorify him and prostrate themselves before him. And we make a sajda. We want to be one of them. We also want to prostrate and glorify Allah the Exalted in bodily form and also with our heart and soul. So, Mannan, if you could recite this verse.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الذين عند ربك لا يستكبرون عن عبادته ويسبحونه وله يسجدون.
Okay, quick question to Hamza. Where does the first sajda come? In which surah?
In Surah Al-Araf.
Surah Al-Araf, chapter 7, verse
207.
207. That's good. Okay, the second Sajda of Tilawat is Surah Ar-Ra'ad, chapter 13, verse 16. Okay, recite please.
ولله يسجد من في السماوات والأرض طوعا وكرها وزلالهم بالغدو والآصال.
Okay. There was some disturbance in the flow of the recitation, but you started again the full word. Okay, the full word, and that's fine. Okay, so this is the second sajda, and this is the third, Surah An-Nahl. Okay, Isa, could you recite that?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولله يسجد ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من دابة والملائكة وهم لا يستكبرون يخافون ربهم من فوقهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون.
Okay, Jazakumullah. Now, this was the third place of prostrations of the Holy Quran. Now, you may notice one important thing, that wherever the prostration comes and we follow, the word, the sajada or yasjudu, that verb and related forms, that is, the common, because that is the verb. Okay, sajada yasjudu. And here, though the verse number 50 includes that word, which denotes or indicates a sajda, but sajda is observed at the end of the recitation of verse 51. So sometimes sajda takes place after reciting one verse, sometime two, and sometime three, following that particular word which I mentioned about, the word sajda. Okay, the verb sajada and yasjudu, and if there is a plural, yasjuduna, as we did in the previous example. Another example, fourth sajda, and here I was speaking to you about the completion of the subject or that whole sense. Now the word has come sujjadan in verse 108, but we have to offer sajda at the end of 110.
قل آمنوا به أو لا تؤمنوا إن الذين أوتوا العلم من قبله إذا يتلى عليهم يخرون للأذقان سجدا.
Okay, Jazakumullah. Because it has 3 verses and we have 3 individuals, so second verse will be recited by Isa and third will be recited by Hamza.
وَيَقُولُونَ سُبْحَانَ رَبِّنَا إِنْ كَانَ وَعْدُ رَبِّنَا لَمَفْعُولًا
ويخرون للأذقان يبكون ويزيدهم خشوعا.
Okay, Jazakumullah. 5th Sajda of Tilawat, Surah Maryam, chapter 19, verse 59. Okay. أولئك الذين أنعم الله عليهم من النبيين من ذرية آدم وممن حملنا مع نوح ومن ذرية إبراهيم وإسرائيل وممن هدينا واجتبينا إذا تتلى عليهم آيات الرحمن خروا سجدا وبكيا. Long verse 59. 6th Sajda of Tilawat, and this is Surah Al-Hajj, chapter 22, verse 19. And here the prostrations, have been mentioned in a very beautiful way. If you recite, if you just give the translation.
Has you not seen that to Allah submits whosoever is in the earth, and the sun, and the moon, and the stars, and the mountains, and the trees, and the beasts, and many of mankind? But there are many who become deserving of punishment, and whomsoever Allah disgraces, none can raise him to honor. Verily, Allah does what He pleases.
Okay, 7th Sajda of Tilawat, Surah Al-Hajj, chapter 22, verse 78. Now, Surah Al-Hajj is that surah in which 2 prostrations, 2 sajda comes. The previous, the verse 19, and this is verse 78. Okay.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا اركعوا واسجدوا واعبدوا ربكم وافعلوا الخير لعلكم تفلحون.
O ye who believe, bow down and prostrate yourselves in prayer and worship your Lord and do good deeds that you may prosper. 8th Sajda of Tilawat, Surah Al-Furqan, chapter 25, verse 61.
وَإِذَا كِيلَ لَهُمُ اسْجُدُوا لِلرَّحْمَنِ قَالُوا وَمَا الرَّحْمَنُ أَنَسْجُدُ لِمَا تَأْمُرُنَا وَزَادَهُمْ نُفُورًا.
Okay, excellent, well done. 9th Sajda of Tilawat, Surah An-Naml, chapter 27, verse 26 and 27. أَلَّا يَسْجُدُوا لِلَّهِ الَّذِي يُخْرِجُ الْخَبَأَ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَيَعْلَمُ مَا تُخْفُونَ وَمَا تُعْلِنُونَ الله لا إله إلا هو رب العرش العظيم. 10th Sajda of Tilawat, Surah As-Sajda, chapter 32, verse 16.
إنما يؤمن بآياتنا الذين إذا ذكروا بها خروا سجدا وسبحوا بحمد ربهم وهم لا يستكبرون.
Okay, Jazakumullah. So 11th Sajda of Tilawat has come in Surah Saad, chapter 38, verse 25. And in this example, the indication of sajda is not that particular verb, sajada. Okay, sajada yasjudu, but it's a different one. وَظَنَّ دَاوُودُ أَنَّمَا فَتَنَّاهُ فَاسْتَغْفَرَ رَبَّهُ وَخَرَّ رَاكِعًا وَأَنَابَ. The word raki'an is indicating the sajda, and that's why the ruku', when we complete our qiyam and we go to ruku' in the prayer, that also includes in Sajda Tilawat. Okay, so if somebody wants to do Sajda Tilawat in ruku' as well, it has been allowed. So this word has come here. Okay, next sajda is chapter 41, verse 39. Surah Hamim Sajda. Okay, Isa, could you recite?
وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ اللَّيْلُ وَالنَّهَارُ وَالشَّمْسُ وَالْقَمَرُ لا تسجدوا للشمس ولا للقمر واسجدوا لله الذي خلقهن إن كنتم إياه تعبدون فإن استكبروا فالذين عند ربك يسبحون له بالليل والنهار وهم لا يسأمون.
Okay, Jazakumullah. 13th Sajda of Tilawat, Surah An-Najm, chapter 53, verse 63. And Hamza, if you could do.
فَاسْجُدُوا لِلَّهِ وَاعْبُدُوا.
Okay, translation.
So prostrate yourselves before Allah and worship Him.
Okay, good. 14th Sajda of Tilawat, and we have come to now part 30. Surah Al-Inshiqaq, chapter 84, verse 22.
وَإِذَا قُرِئَ عَلَيْهِمُ الْقُرْآنُ لَا يَسْجُدُونَ.
And when the Quran is recited unto them, they do not bow down in submission.
Okay, the last 15th Sajda of Tilawat, Surah Al-Alaq, chapter 96, verse 20.
كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب.
Nay, yield now thou to him, but prostrate thyself and draw near to God.
Okay, so these are the 15 examples where if we recite or listen attentively, you see in a session, then following the sunnah of the Holy Prophet Muhammad and his companion, we offer that Sajda Tilawat. Okay, so when we go for Sajda, what prayer should be recited? That is now we are going to explore. There are 3-4 prayers which are recited. You may choose 1 or 2, depending the time and the condition in which you are prostrating. A very well-known and easy to memorize and recite is this one. Allahumma sajada laka ruhi wa jasadi wa janani. O Allah, my soul, my body and my heart prostrated before you. Another prayer is this. Sajada wajhi lilladhi khalaqahu wa shaqqa sam'ahu wa basarahu bihawlihi wa quwwatihi. And in some other narrations, transmission, fatabarakallahu ahsanul khaliqin also has been quoted. This is a longer one, Allahumma aktub li biha indaka ajran wa da' anni biha wizran waj'alha li indaka dhukhran. Or if you making a waqf at the end, it will be waj'alha li indaka dhukhra wa taqabbalha minni kama taqabbaltaha min abdika Dawood. It is from Tirmidhi, Abwab al-Da'wat. So, how to perform prostration of tilawat?
ويقولون سبحان ربنا إن كان وعد ربنا لمفعولا ويخرون للأذقان يبكون ويزيدهم خشوعا سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي الأعلى اللهم سجد لك روحي وجسدي وجناني.
Some points to be remembered. Ablution is not essential but desirable and recommended. When we are performing Sajda Tilawat out of Salat, when we are doing Salat, we must be in a always in constant state of ablution, wudu. Okay? But when we are reciting outside Salat, then it is recommended and desirable in that state, but not compulsory or obligatory. There is no need to say takbir, saying Allahu Akbar, raising hands, saying Allahu Akbar while going to prostration, and after its completion outside Salat. But when we are in Salat, then yes, in order to indicate that I am going to, this is basically done in congregational prayers, especially in Qiyamul Layl, in Tahajjud prayer or in Taraweeh. All right. There is no need to say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah on both sides after its completion. You are reciting the Holy Quran, the Sajda Tilawat comes, there is no need to raise your hands, and when you complete saying Assalamu alaikum, just Sajda, one Sajda. Sajda of Tilawat is the Sunnah of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Sajda Tilawat is not considered obligatory, okay, or compulsory. If one forgets, it is not compulsory for him to repeat or to perform. Okay, it is better to perform. Always, it is better to perform a good deed, a sunnah, but not. You see that there is no sajda sahv. Okay, if you forget, then you have to do again. If one does not know the prayer, one should say tasbih of sajda, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. Okay. However, one should make sincere efforts to memorize the particular prayer, because the prayers have been taught by the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it is nice and recommended and desirable and more rewarding if we recite those prayers. Prayers are very short and it can be learned just within 5-10 minutes. A small effort, but we should start learning that. But facing towards Kaaba is not compulsory when we are performing outside Salat. Okay. However, it is desirable and recommended to be unified and to that direction for more attention and focused attention. Sajda of Tilawat may be performed at any time, as the recitation of the Holy Quran may be done at any time. So this is the same. Quranic prayers cannot be recited in Sajda. Beautiful prayers, you may have beautiful prayers in your mind. Rabbi gfir warham wa anta khairur rahimin. Okay, Rabbi zidni ilma. So smaller prayer, or Rabbana or Allahumma starting. But according to the instructions and the guideline given by the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallam and the promised Messiah wasalam, the Quranic prayers should not be recited in Sajda, but the prayers which have been taught by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay. I like to conclude this lesson with a narration that it is mentioned that Hazrat Abdullah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he narrates that once the Holy Prophet ﷺ performed Sajda of Tilawat while reciting Surah Najm. Okay, the last was Fasjudu lillahi wa'budu. He did that. Another companion relates, Hazrat Zaid radiallahu ta'ala anhu, that I recited Surah Najm in the presence of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Huzur did not perform sajda, and following him I also did not perform sajda. So there is no hard and fast rule. It is recommended and good if we do, but if one forgets genuinely, okay, then you see, for example, if you forget in part 9, no problem. In part 30, another one coming, okay. In 14, other coming. So you have basically the prayer. This is the point of a prayer, supplication, and the whole of the Holy Quran, every verse, every chapter, every section is a place of supplication and the prayers, which we done in the last time, how the Holy Quran should be recited, and what was the sunnah of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, and as explained by the Holy Promised Messiah alayhi wasalam. So that is the conclusion of this Sajda of Tilawat. Okay. So tammat bil khair, kana Allahu ma'akum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ورتل القرآن ترتيلا